pharmaceutical companies have subverted our democracy. They are, they're victimizing our children. They have captured the agencies that are supposed to protect American citizens from powerful industries. They have corrupted the political process. They have subverted the press. And they have really a complete control. And now they're using this pandemic, some people call it a plandemic, because it feels so much like there was a plan behind us that we saw coming, as Del pointed out, for years, to tighten the noose on us and to turn America into a surveillance state where people, because they're scared of a virus, will accept these intrusions on their liberties, on their civil rights, to be constantly looked at, constantly surveilled through all of these 5G satellites and a million antennas that are currently being put up, 20,000 satellites that Bill Gates and Elon Musk are putting up, all the Silicon Valley big data people who we used to think were going to democratize our culture, and they've become the instruments of total tyranny, of total control. And all of these things are now fitting together. The 5G, which is going to allow them to follow us when we leave our house, not even leaving our house, because, their plan is to put chips in us. This is, we know the patents. We see the investments by Bill Gates in these 6 different chip systems, tattooed chips, subdermal, biometric chips. Microsoft just patented another technology that will put not only a sensor in people, but not only a chip, but the sensors that will measure your brainwave, your EEG, your brain waves, your body waves, your heart rate, your adrenaline, all of these different things. And the system is a system where they will send you a duty by telephone. You can look this patent up, and I'm actually going to do a post about it tomorrow. You perform that duty, and then you will be paid in cryptocurrency. So they'll say, we want you to look at this advertisement. We want you to listen to this song. We want you to walk down this aisle at a grocery store. And when you've done that, you get a payment in cryptocurrency. And of course, all of these Americans who are terrified, who are locked in their homes, who no longer have jobs because the self-driving cars put 50% of the people out of work, and they're turning us into all of these smart devices. They're not the product. You are the product, and that's what they're turning us into. They're turning us into production units and consuming entities. And they're figuring out exactly, that they can monitor us all the time, collect our data. 5G is not about bringing you quicker downloads for your video games or for your movies. It's about surveillance and control. It's about taking all the data from your devices, from your Apple Watch, on the Alexis in your home that is eavesdropping on you all day, from the Siri that is eavesdropping on you, from your microwave oven, from your digital garage door opener, and from your PayPal and from your Venmo, so that they know what you're doing, what you're buying, everything about you. And that data is the new oil rush of the 21st century, of the gold rush. Data is the biggest value entity now on Earth. And these companies are going to be harvesting how you feel, what you do, what's going on in your body. Gates has a chip that will turn on and off a woman's menstrual process so that she cannot have babies. It will administer drugs inside of your body for years, thousands of doses. And every part of our lives is now going to be subject to control. And this disease is about, as Del said, it's about engineering compliance. It's about training us to do what we're told, to not go to the beach unless we're told, to not kiss our girlfriend unless we're given permission. The other day in Malibu, Police were out on the beach giving $1,000 tickets to surfers for using the ocean. And people are putting up with this. And when they get this system, 5G system in place, you won't even see that. Because they'll know when you were at the beach by looking at your cell phone, by looking at your GPS, by tracing you by your chips, and they'll just withdraw $1,000 from your payroll account with cryptocurrency. They're trying to get rid of all the money. That's one of Gates's major things, to get rid of the cash economy. That way they can monitor and scrutinize every transaction that you make. And if they don't like you, if you displease them, they can shut it all off. And we need to understand that that is what's happening here. They are going to rob us not only of our democracy and our liberties, but they're going to rob us of our souls. And they're going to inject us with the medicines that they want, and they're going to charge us for the diseases that they give us. They're going to control our populations. They're going to control our movement. They're going to control every part of our lives. Oh, if you are not part of this battle and you are lost, we are the only things that are left for all of the things that we value in our lives, all of the things that our country stood for. This is it. And what we're doing, at CHD is we're suing them. We're using the last instruments of our democracy that are left. We're running the blockade of censorship like Dell and with all of my friends here. And we're litigating against them. We're suing Merck for the HPV vaccine. We are already in discovery. We are in their wheelhouse. We are looking at their internal papers, and they are terrified. We're filing more lawsuits on the censorship. I'm not going to give you a spoiler on that. I'm going to tell you that that's coming within a month against some of the major platforms for censoring us. And we are suing to protect doctors who are being harassed and intimidated in California, to protect families who are being abused in New York. We're litigating all over the country because the courts are one of the few places that are left where we can still make a difference, where we can still change policy. They've neutralized and co-opted and infiltrated all of the other institutions of our democracy that are supposed to stand between a vulnerable little child and a greedy corporation. They're gone. And it is us today that are standing between them. And we have a very, very important job, which is to inform our public, to organize our public, to strategize with each other, which we do. And I'm so grateful that the people that I'm working with are people who are all on this, all of the major leaders here. Sherry, I don't see Sherry anymore, but Sherry and all of those of you who are here are people that I respect, that I love, that are my brothers, my sisters. And I'm so glad that all of you guys are in the foxhole with me. And, we are in the last battle. This is the apocalypse. We are fighting for the salvation of humanity. And, we all knew this was coming at some point. But I never believed it would come in my lifetime.